Back to the extra point. Now it's time for delay of game. Here's how it works. Each of our participants will have a 40-second time to give opening remarks before going head-to-head in a 55-second debate. If a speaker goes over 40 seconds, they can now defend their points in the debate. Gage is now with our two reporters. Gage, take it away.
Thank you so much, Micah. Let's kick things off with the NBA. Chloe, the Celtics are the dominant one seed in the Eastern Conference. Who do you see winning these Eastern Conference Finals this year?
I think you just said it, Gage. The Celtics are dominant, and I'd love to see you guys try to argue this later. They're dominating the East, and they've had a really good season so far with 64 wins and 18 losses. And anybody knows this, actually. Jason Tatum is that guy. He averages 26.9 points per game, which is the 7th highest in the NBA, and I'm about to bring up something that isn't relevant to my point at all, but the Celtics are the only team to win under Doc Rivers, and I know that Gus would love to agree with me on that.
You got me on that.
Pretty impressive.
Yeah, that is very impressive. But, hate to break it to you, man. The Celtics are liable to disappoint you every year. I'm a Celtics fan. But let's talk about the Pacers. 47-35 record, currently 6th in the East. But, I mean, you really can't look at the seeding because the Bucks are only ahead by 3 games, and they're overrated. Doc Rivers isn't a good coach. Andy will expose them. They've got a whole lot of offense, not much defense, but that's not going to matter when you outscore them. They got the 2nd best offensive rating in the NBA at 121. Tyrese Halliburton, Pascal Siakam, and Miles Turner are a great 3-headed monster, and they're a young, explosive team. They're liable to make some fans cry here in the next 3 months.
Absolutely, and I think that Pacers take is definitely a hot one, but I do kind of agree with it, Gus. I think that they definitely could be a dark horse in this playoff race. But now, let's move on to the West Coast. There are many teams that can stop the reigning champions, the Denver Nuggets. Gus, who do you have?
I mean, if there's any team to stop the Nuggets out east or out west, I'm taking the Thunder. Currently 57-25, 2nd best record in the West. They did beat Denver in the tiebreaker. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, great MVP candidate, averaged 30 points a game. They are the youngest team in the league with an average age of 23.9. They've got great key pieces around them like Chet Holmgren, Josh Giddey, Lou Dort, and a young up-and-coming Jalen Williams who had a breakout season this year. They have a top 5 offensive and defensive rating, and they're the best 3-point shooting team in the league with a 38.9%.
All right, Chloe, what do you have to say about that in your rebuttal?
Well, I mean, I think he brought up some good points as to why they won't win the West, considering they're the youngest team, but we'll talk about that later. I genuinely don't think that either of you actually believe what you just said. I don't think so. I don't think you could look at the camera and say that.
Oh, I could.
Do it.
She's giving up.
Thunder are going to go to the finals. So are the Pacers.
I don't believe it.
And you're gonna bet the whole house on the guy that cares more about his horses than he cares about basketball?
What does that have anything to do with? It's good to have other passions.
Yeah, but he's more passionate about his hobby than he is about his job.
That's not. He's obviously really good at his job. He's getting paid more than probably any of us ever will.
I mean, obviously he's an NBA player. They get paid anyway.
So what does it matter if he cares about horses?
I mean, is that going to be an issue come playoff?
Obviously not. He's doing pretty good right now.
I mean, we'll see.
I must say, Nikola Jokic is still averaging almost a triple-double, even though basketball is almost his 2nd favorite job. But now we're going to go on to our 3rd topic. The playoffs could not be complete without an upset. We saw that list last March with college basketball. Chloe, which team should be on upset alert?
This is going to upset Gus as well, but it's going to be the Oklahoma City Thunder.
My bad.
Well, their average, you talked about it earlier, their average age is 23 years old, which is really young. They're just super inexperienced, and I agree with you. They are a really good team, and I just don't think that they have what it takes because they're so young.
I mean, but young teams have won it
What?
before.
You're talking to him. I talked to him. I still have 18 seconds
You're
left.
spitting nonsense right
No,
now.
what are you talking? No.
The Warriors in 2016
oldest-
won with an average age of
you're
26.1.
I don't
It can
care.
happen. It can happen.
No. Their oldest player is 34 years old, Gordon Hayward. I know you're going to say, oh, he doesn't play much. I'm just saying, if you're looking for a vet to lead the team.
This is a former All-Star average 24.
I don't
He
care.
doesn't average that much. Somebody
I must say, Gordon Hayward's slander is definitely insane.
That's not slander. It's not slander when it's true. I'm saying true things.
I must say, Chloe, the Oklahoma City Thunder did have a great season, even with not much experience. Chet Holmgren with his first actual rookie season.
They will continue to have a good season is what I'm saying.
Gus, can you believe that?
How can you say that the Thunder are going to be on upset watch when you got teams like the Clippers, the Knicks, and the Bucks? I mean, reason number one for that, Doc Rivers. He is a horrible coach. They were 32-14 when Adrian Griffin got fired. They've been 17-19.
You just hate Doc Rivers. You just hate Doc Rivers. That's
What is there to like?
Flag on the play. Flag on the play. Now, our next topic, our last topic. Who do you think is going to win the NBA Finals? We're going to start with you, Chloe.
It's obviously going to be the Celtics.
Wow.
Obviously, you know that. You're actually a huge Celtics fan, so it doesn't even make sense that you
I am a
disagree
huge
with me.
Celtics fan. And
You're really good. They haven't won
I've seen
since
it for 20
2000.
years. They haven't won a championship since I was 4.
2008?
Yes. It's been 16 years.
16 years.
long,
I'm gonna
depressing years. They have been there, and they just don't do it.
You would think that you'd be really excited for them.
I can't be excited anymore. I try. I can't. I haven't seen the sun and day.
It sounds like you're scared to speak it into existence.
Yeah, so this is a little bit of reverse psychology. I'm going to say they're going to lose, and hey, maybe they will win.
You know, I must say, I'm going to throw in my prediction. I'm kind of a delusional Pelicans fan.
Whoa, guys.
They do play-in tournament tonight. Let's hope that they can get through
Me
to
when I lie.
those playoffs.
It's not going to happen.
Get a load of this.
The playoffs, the Western Conference, I've never seen a more stacked conference in my
Really
life.
good, yeah.
It's been stacked. I mean, it's like it was, 10 years ago.
Absolutely.
Like, when you had teams winning almost 50 games missing the playoffs.
Absolutely, no. Well, up next, we are jumping into the front office. We'll give you our draft predictions next on the Extra Point.